Good morning, YouTube. It's Pastor Bob, and it's a Saturday morning. Yep, it sure is. So, this video today is on a EART. This is what the company calls the Explorer, or their style of Explorer. I thought it was pretty interesting. I was watching the reviews, and a couple of my subscribers said, "Hey, Pastor Bob, you got to go check this thing out." And I was like I always say, it's not like I got a money tree out back. But anyway, so somebody said, well, if you get the chance, do it. So I sold one of my guitars, and I picked this one up. And because, look, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Anyway, with that being said, my first impressions, I just pulled it out of the box down there, which was damaged on the side. But I don't see any damage to the guitar. Of course, this is quite a unique guitar, to say the least. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't know what this is. I think it butternut and maple, maybe? I don't know. That looks like butternut wood there. I think that's what it is, though, if I can remember correctly. Anyways, this is the Explorer 1. And it looks like they got some, what's that say? Dear Jung? Tuners. They seem to be okay. They seem to be pretty tight. I think this is sapphire. That's what they call it, sapphire. I'm not too familiar of the species being used in the realm of luthiers, but it seems to be pretty dense. Now, I haven't played it or anything yet, so I'm just kind of going over it. Very thin. There's a very thin coat of, I don't know if it's poly. It smells like poly. It doesn't smell like nitro. They did a really nice job of recessing the inserts for string trees. The curve is nice. The neck feels really nice. Now, I got this right straight from the company in China. I didn't get it on Amazon. A lot of people have been buying them on Amazon, but yeah, it looks pretty nice. They did a nice job. The volute looks really good. I like how they did that on the back of the headstock. They did a really nice job on them frets. They did. If you guys can see that. They did a really nice job on them. The fit and finish looks pretty good. Now, this is the dendritic. You could tell that by how busy it is. Now, it's real. It's not fake wood, okay? I guess somebody was saying that they were a photo top, but which would mean fake. This is not. This is real dendritic. I can tell by all little holes and everything, and I'm gonna do something with that. I'm gonna change all them little holes in it. I got an idea for it, and I'll show you that when I get done. But as far as the fit and finish of it, it looks really good. There's a slight bow and the frets are not cut evenly. So right along the side here, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to try to give you a good angle. But these frets right here, you guys can see that, they're not cut evenly. Generally, in the world of luthiers, they're cut even. And these are not cut even down there. And even though they did a nice job on the frets, when you look down it, they're staggered, right? So each one of these frets is not even with the other fret. So somebody didn't take enough time to do it and to make it even. That's quite amazing. One side they did, and the other side they didn't. It kind of gives you a representation of a, well, I'll explain it to you, but maybe you can see that. Now another thing that I noticed, oh, it's got the old wagon wheel on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's the wagon wheel truss rod adjustment down in there. Actually, you know, that's not too bad of a deal, you know. Sometimes they can be a pain in the butt, but for accessibility and not damaging your guitar like most of them are up here on your headstock, I guess there's an added plus to that. The neck pocket seems to be good. What I do see a problem, well, it's not really a problem. It's just how they cut it. I see. If you look down in here, in this neck pocket where this comes across, if this is done by a machine, they left a lot of a gap there. Now, for whatever reason, I'm not quite sure why they did that with that lip over, but, well, I could have made it a little tighter, but who knows, they might have done that for a builder's reason. And sometimes builders do that to give you a little play, because sometimes when you're trying to get your neck angle right, okay, for your action. So, oops. So that could have been the reason. Did a nice job on the frets though, guys. I mean, they really did. It's absolutely pretty though. Got a nice blue color to it. It's all flat. Everything's flat. But man, the neck is really nice. They did a nice job on the neck. Super nice job. Has that nice satiny feel. You know, I mean, I haven't plugged it in yet, but what I'll do is probably have my brother demo it for you guys. Seeing as this is a shredder guitar, and old Rev's not a shredder. I mean, I shred a little bit, but not like him. Probably in the next few days or so, I'll have him take it for a ride. He doesn't know much about building them, so I usually like to cover that angle of it, and I'll have him play it. I mean, for 300, what did I pay for this? $330? I think it's $330. Now they sell them on Amazon, but I don't like to go through. You know, I really didn't feel comfortable doing this guitar on Amazon. I wanted it to come from the company, and I told the company I was going to review it, but it's got a nice gold logo on it. Looks pretty nice, huh? There's a couple little spots on the neck. You can You can feel the dimples in them. But outside of that, it's a pretty nice guitar. Oops, sorry. I hit the sand. This here, right here in the pocket right there, can you see that? It's a little off. But, look, I'm going to tell you right now. I get a 5-piece neck with a lute like that, the shape, the color, the type of wood that they use. It's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. It's a 3-piece body. So there's a piece here, and there's a piece here. At least it looks like a 3-piece body. I could be wrong. Well, it might only be a 2-piece body. I'll be damned. Yeah, 2-piece, whoops, 2-piece body. So not too shabby. Looks pretty nice. Sides look good. It gives it that rustic look, you know. It's not, look, I don't know what it sounds like yet, but I'll do a sound check. But for the money, I'd say it's a fair price. Not listening to the sound of it yet. Seems like a bone nut. So I think it's got a bone nut on it. And you say, oh, how can you tell? I can tell the difference between a plastic and a bone. And that feels like bone. Yep. So bone nut. You did a nice job on the nut. You can see that. So, you know, I've heard a couple of people out there. They had some problems with them. I mean, I'm not quite exactly sure what the problem was. The volume and the tone pot seems to be okay. I guess what I do like is they put a hardtail on it. Kind of looks like that hip shop style hardtail. Placement looks good. Did a really nice job. You know, you could tell a machine did a really good job on it too. I mean, it's nice and clean down in there. The pickup pockets. So, I think it needs a little adjusting, but outside of that, looks to be alright. 3-way blade selector switch. Yeah, not too bad. Not too shabby. Let's say that's probably about 4 mil thickness that they put that cap on there. The dendritic, huh? So what I'm going to do to this is I'm going to mix up some special flake that I have and some epoxy. Now I'm going to go into all of these little dendritic spots here, these little divots. I'm going to go into each one of them. I'm going to fill them in. And it should give it kind of like a, it'll look like stars. Should look like glittering stars maybe over the earth, because it kind of gives you that earth look. You know, the look of the earth from orbit. So I'm going to try that, see how it comes out. Then I'll put a nice probably, I have to figure out what type of finish they put on this. But if I can figure that out, then maybe I'll put a nitro over the top of that. If not, I'll just put a poly. Be safe. And it should pop, hopefully. So, just a simple review. I didn't want to really get into being, anal about it. You don't want to be an ass about, doing reviews on, other companies. Because it's not fair to say that every guitar is created equal. Because they're not. No two guitars are exactly the same. Now maybe you can get them to sound pretty close, but the pickups, the potentiometers may be all the same, but they're not going to be perfectly the same. Everything, every piece of hardware is going to be a little bit different. Especially the woods. So, I'm trying to give a fair review as a luthier of the guitar, and I think all around I'd have to say it's a pretty nice guitar. Now, as far as the playability and the sound, I'm going to let my brother do that, Thomas Cottrell, so it'll either be on Thomas Cottrell on YouTube, or I'll have him come on my channel sometime this week, and we'll do a review on it, and see what it sounds like. But this may be a specimen for some new pickups I just got in from a company. So, if these pickups don't sound that great, I have a brand new set of pickups from, I think it's a company called Oni. They came out with a new set of pickups, and I figured, I'm going to try them. Try them out, see how they sound. I got all kinds of pickups, so I got Wilkinsons that I could put in this. I got Seymour Duncans. I might play around with that this week sometime if I have enough time to do it. And like I said, so when you see this the next time, this top on this body's going to be a little different. But outside of that, look, I think they did a good job. The concept was good. Stainless steel frets are nice. That's a big plus. Look, it costs, if somebody wants me to put stainless steel frets in, it's going to cost them $175 for me to put stainless steel frets in. And to ball end them rounds like that, yeah, it's going to cost them $175. And I don't do that very often, I think I've only done that probably maybe 30 times in all the years that I've been building them. That's it. I just don't do it, It takes a lot of time and patience. Now, I don't know if a machine did that or a luthier did that, but, I have to say it did a good job. I tend to think that this was placed by a human, and I'm going to tell you why, because the ends of the frets don't line up on the right side, right? So, but the fretboard is absolutely beautiful. They did a super nice job on that fretboard. I mean, they polished the heck out of that bad boy. So that's a nice little bonus. So yeah, I think they did a nice job on the construction of this guitar. I think the problem with society today is they're still into this kick of, oh, well, this is the best brand and that's the best brand and they don't know how to make anything and blah, blah. And they pick on the Chinese people. Now, look, I ain't going to say the Chinese don't screw up. But hell, I think we all screw up somewhere along the line, Let's just face it, There ain't no goody two-shoes no more in the world, And, blaming somebody for something, maybe there's an old saying, sometimes the person doing all the blaming might be the one that blamed themselves. So, you got to kind of be conscientious of that. Now, I'm an American. I build, from time to time, American guitars. I have screwed up a lot of guitars, guys. I've messed up a lot of them. Oh my God, I have messed up a lot of guitars. Guitars, violins, viola. Oh, I've screwed this viola up so bad. Oh my God. Bass guitars. Oh yeah. Banjo. Mandolin. Oh man, mandolins. Mandolins and violins are so tricky, because if you don't get that sound right, and you just don't, oh man, let me tell you, it can be a headache. A guitar is pretty simple, but when you get into guitars that have an acoustical value, right, and the sound pitch has to be, exceptional, or it sounds like, a dead fart in the box. Yeah, you gotta take all the right steps all the way through. But this, I'd have to say it's pretty nice. Not too bad of a job. Look, there's a few things that, probably could have had a little more attention to detail. But on some of my guitars, people can say that. So, it's fair to say they did it, if a machine did it, I know there's human parts to this that, people have actually put some of their own love in. So let's be fair to them. And I'd have to say they did a pretty good job. Little things along the line. For the price, look, I'm talking build quality. This is somewhere around, $500 to $800 range. Build quality wise. Is this a Paul Reed Smith? No. This is not like Paul Reed Smith. Is it good? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's, when Paul Reed Smith builds a guitar, they handpick, the tops and the backs. There's a different process that goes into it. They're using the finest woods. Is it my Gibson Classic custom 3A top? No. It's not. They're a different type of guitar for a different type of collector, Because when you get into Gibsons and you get into Paul Reed Smiths and you get into high-end Fenders, there's a collectability to it. And I don't care what luthier you talk about anywhere in the world, they know that. They do know that. I think there are absolutely excellent luthiers all over the world. Indonesia has some superior, I'm talking superior luthiers. I mean, and guitar builders. It's quite ironic, to be honest. And a lot of your well-known companies today, they use China and Indonesia, not for junk, for good stuff. I have a '59 Les Paul Epiphone that was a collaboration with Gibson Custom Shop and Epiphone over in China, and I'm telling you, it is a wonderful guitar. It's absolutely beautiful guitar. I mean, they really did it right. They didn't, they did it justice. So, I don't judge it by the country of origin that it's coming from anymore. I give my opinions based on what I see, what I feel. Do I think that there's some that can slip through the cracks and be bad? And sure, absolutely. I mean, you get that with cars and tools and, what have you. So, You know, let's be fair. So I'm going to give it a fair grade, and I'm going to give him I'll give him a B plus. An A guitar is really hard to get. So I'll give him a B plus. Pretty nice. I think if you was to put a different name on this headstock, you could easily get, you know, $600 to $800 for it. Now, that's based upon just the build quality of it. It's not based upon, and the playability, because I could feel that it's set up good. The action is good. But how it sounds, that may be something different. You know, I'm really picky about how a guitar sounds, so we'll have to check that out when my brother has a chance to play it. So with that, I hope you enjoyed my review of the EART Explorer 1. I think if you ask me my opinion, should you buy one? Well, look, if you get it off of Amazon, you get it home and you don't like it, you can always send it back, right? So it's really risk-free. And I think you'd keep it. So with that, this is my my overall quality review of the EART guitar. I hope you all liked it. Like, share, subscribe. I'll be bringing more videos in the future on guitars. Different guitars. Older guitars, new guitars, acoustic guitars. And we'll go with that. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. Do something good for somebody today. Give somebody a hug and a kiss, right? Nothing wrong with that. We all need a little more love. With that, keep playing hard, guys, and we'll see you soon. Reverend Bob is out of here. See ya!